How could you charge Mustafa with DUI if the toxicology report shows no alcohol, no drugs? Now, this is a document. This is Mustafa's toxicology. For the love of God, send it to Julie Carey and tell her, ma'am, this is a document that is being released on YouTube under Not Another Boring Podcast. Mustafa's toxicology show blood alcohol non-detected. No alcohol. THC 0.0003. No drugs in Mustafa's system. And then when you open the dash camera, you see that Mustafa and Dorothy are passing back and forth a cigarette 6 times. Oh, what kind of cigarette is this? Dorothy has cancer. Dorothy is smoking hemp. Hemp doesn't have drugs. She smokes it for the pain. And this is the foundation of the whole entire case. They want to tell you that Mustafa and Dorothy are arguing back and forth, but they're not telling you that they're passing back and forth hemp 6 times. How could they be arguing if they're literally passing back and forth a cigarette 6 times? This is the toxicology. The toxicology show that Mustafa, there is no THC in Mustafa's system. No alcohol in Mustafa's system. So how is Mustafa charged with a DUI held from April 7 all the way to October? And the minute that you take evidence that showed that this investigator falsified Mustafa's statement, Investigator Robert Drum, in his police report, said that Mustafa told me I was arguing inside the vehicle. Mustafa's other brother, Muhammad, had recorded that phone call conversation. Mustafa never said that. This investigator flat out falsified the police report. And there's an audio to verify that. We took the audio to Internal Affairs. Within 5 days, Commonwealth Amy Ashworth dropped the DUI manslaughter and raised it and retaliated to murder. I mean, make that make sense. Let's listen to what Julie Carey is talking about. So let's go back. Now that we have the toxicology report, let's listen to Julie Carey. Why isn't Julie Carey updating the community that Commonwealth Amy Ashworth falsely charged Mustafa with a DUI? Wait a minute. How did you hold Mustafa from April all the way to October? And the minute that they're going to pull the warrant, you retaliate and upgrade it to murder? Why is Julie Carey not telling this community these details? And if she says she didn't know, well, now you know. Reach out to Julie Carey and update her with this piece of information. Let's watch Julie Carey and what she's talking about.
For tonight, there are new questions being raised in the case of a man charged with murder for a crash that killed his girlfriend and her 5-year-old daughter last year.
They come after Prince William's police chief ruled the investigating officer had violated department policy. Northern Virginia Bureau Chief Julie Carey spoke to the driver's defense attorney about why he thinks the finding casts doubt on the case.
Mustafa Aljaziri has been behind bars for almost a year now, accused of intentionally driving his car into oncoming traffic, a crash that killed.
What are you talking about? I mean, Mustafa was charged with a DUI manslaughter. You're saying that he's been held in a county jail on what exact? Intentionally driving into oncoming traffic? I mean, if you're charging him with intentionally, how are you holding him with a DUI manslaughter? And then you find that the actual charges, the actual toxicology show no alcohol, no drugs. But these people have held him, this Commonwealth attorney have held him on a DUI until October. What did she raise the charges? When? Oh, when Internal Affairs is telling her there is evidence that your police officer falsified Mustafa's statements on the police report, falsified the warrant, that they're literally going to pull the warrant. She retaliates and upgrades it to murder.
Dorothy Fontaine and her 5-year-old daughter, Empress, initially charged with manslaughter. The charges were later
DUI manslaughter, even though the toxicology report showed no alcohol, no drugs.
Later upgraded to second-degree murder.
Upgraded when Internal Affairs is telling the Commonwealth attorney, and specifically First Sergeant Sean Shelton, we have a phone call where he reached out to us, and he said, I reached out to Commonwealth Amy Ashworth. I let her know that this investigator falsified the police report, and we're investigating this police officer. 5 days later, she drops the DUI manslaughter and retaliates and upgrades it to murder. Then you charge him with a DUI when his blood toxicology show no alcohol and no drugs. And now that you have evidence that this investigator falsified the police report, you're retaliating and you're upgrading it to murder. What did the defense attorney tell us at the time? He said, if you take this to internal affairs, the Commonwealth attorney is going to retaliate. Retaliate how? By protecting her police officer. And exactly that's what she did. She upgrades it to murder to protect her police officer who lied. I mean, what do we find out now? In the Mustafa Aljaziri case, when we went to internal affairs and supplied them with the audio, we got a call from First Sergeant Sean Shelton. Sean Shelton admit that this officer lied in the police report, and he said he called the Commonwealth attorney. Now, a supplemental report is supposed to be written in the Mustafa Aljaziri case, correcting the initial police report. That Mustafa never said, I was arguing inside the vehicle. And you expect that internal affairs is going to investigate this police officer, Robert Drum, and hold him accountable and fix that report. I mean, at the time, there's no way to verify this because you don't have the file. But now that I have the complete file, that I'm leaking this file, I have access to the supplemental reports. And in the supplemental report, what internal affairs did, they took the audio of the conversation that was supplied by the family, the audio that shows this investigator lied, that Mustafa never said I was arguing inside the vehicle. They took that audio, gave it back to the same investigator, Robert Drum, and had him write another supplemental report. And in his supplemental report, Robert Drum conveniently said, I could not hear the audio. How convenient. Sean Shelton can hear the audio. NBC4, Julie Carey is playing a portion of it on NBC4, but you cannot hear the audio. How convenient. I mean, wrap your head around. I mean, I can comprehend a police officer lying, but an agency within an agency, like internal affairs, to cover up for a police officer, I mean, that is unheard of.